Viewers, first off, Ian, is there any way to tell how big this tornado was?
Well, Tim, ultimately tornadoes are determined by how much damage they do. So tomorrow or the next day, the National Weather Service will head down to Magdalena, look at the area, look at the damage, see where the debris was put down, and then eventually decide how to rank it, EF 1, 2, 3. I would say by looking at this and hearing the damage reports, we're looking at a EF 0 to 1. Not a very big tornado at all.
Okay, we've heard reports the trees were uprooted, the fences were knocked down, but that's about it so far. No one was hurt, by the way. We're looking at video. People grab their cameras, their cell phone cameras to shoot this. What's the best thing to do in situations like this? And when's the last time we saw one of these?
Well, the best thing to do is really avoid these. We don't encourage anyone to go and get video of tornadoes. You want to get to the inside of your home, stay away from windows. If you have a basement, go down and do that. I mean, we appreciate the video, but you got to be careful because as amazing as they are, they can be deadly. And we don't see tornadoes often, but we have seen them over the years, Tim. Taking a look at from 1955 to 2010, you can see a decent amount of tornadoes. Mostly we see tornadoes in June. The next month is May, but we can see them in other months. We can actually see a tornado any time of year. We mentioned a tornado in Roswell in 2010. That was in October, so they don't necessarily fall neatly into these boxes or months. Definitely possible anytime. We're not dealing with tornadoes anymore this evening, but definitely flooding in southeast New Mexico. We're talking curb-to-curb flooding in parts of Carlsbad. I'm hearing reports of 6–10 inches of water on some of the streets in Carlsbad. Please keep that in mind. Flash flooding is at its worst at night because it's very, very hard to see. We'll start to see that flooding subside in the next few hours, but we're not done with the storms in the northeast. A little bit of activity, southeast, excuse me. Still storms going on in the northeast. We haven't had a whole lot of severe weather, but steady rain in this part of the state. As for Albuquerque, most of the storms have kind of skirted by us. We still have a chance for an isolated storm slipping in tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon, but we're really not the favored area. As we take a look at what to expect, well, we're not going to be seeing any of this tomorrow, hopefully. Look at the size of this hail. This is just west of Cloudcroft. Patty sent this picture in without actually being there and measuring it. I'd say that's anywhere from ping pong to golf ball sized hail. There was very impressive storms over the Sacramento Mountains today. We'll be dealing with a storm shot, but not as big as we had today. We had some extra help today. We had heat and moisture, which was going to help us fire off storms anyway. Well, then we laid a low pressure system right over the top of these two factors, and that helped us give us extra lift and really got those storms going as this low pressure system kind of made its way to the south and the east, and that really helped us pop off a whole lot of thunderstorms, some of those severe because we got a little rotation in the atmosphere and helped get some of those tornadoes going and plenty of hail. You can kind of see that system right here continuing to trek to the south and the east. As it gets into Monday, we'll have it wrap around a little bit, and that's where we're going to focus our attention. So for tomorrow, the heaviest rain will be in southeast New Mexico. Not to say we're going to be clear in the northeast or even central parts or even Albuquerque. We're just not going to be favored as, say, the southeast is. As we get into Tuesday, though, things are going to look much better. We're going to start to dry out, and then more sunshine comes in and a nice warming trend, as you see, especially in the southeast. We're really going to crank up the heat. Let's do our storm track. 10 p.m. we get the clock rolling. Those storms will start to fizzle out, still hanging on here and there in the overnight hours, and we see them a little bit in the central part of the state. One of these could sneak into the Albuquerque area overnight tonight or even tomorrow morning. Not guaranteed, but we're going to keep them in the forecast. Throughout the day, you'll see most of eastern New Mexico is favored. This is 12 p.m., so you probably want to keep an umbrella handy if you're in the Roswell or Carlsbad area for your Monday. As we get into the evening hours, though, we're going to start to see those storms die down. So you can kind of imagine that storm pushing to the south and the east. And then by the time we get into Tuesday, we're really going to see things slow down, dry out, more sunshine, less clouds, and we're going to kind of return things back to normal. So one more day of wild weather. Not as wild as today, but definitely plenty of rain on schedule for the southeast. As we take a look at southern Colorado, this is where we're drying out first from the northwest to the southeast. So tomorrow is going to be great. Sunshine with a mild day out there, up to 72 by Thursday. Plenty of sunshine for the Four Corners. We're looking at near 80 degrees in Farmington with sunshine. We'll get there quickly, though, to the 80s, actually the upper 80s by Wednesday and Thursday with a high of 88 degrees. Southwest New Mexico storms in the forecast, but areas best to see them would be the river and east, but Silver City could see one, TRC could as well. Not as active as a day, though, as we saw today. For southeast New Mexico, this is where we're really going to focus our attentions for the rain and thunderstorms. We're going to have them tonight, continuing tomorrow morning and throughout the day Monday, but really starting to wind down by Tuesday. And look at those high temperatures, 96 degrees on Thursday in the Roswell area. Northeast New Mexico, scattered storms right now. We'll continue them for your Monday. Other than that, partly cloudy skies. By Tuesday, things clear up, and then the warm-up begins Thursday, 81 degrees in the northeastern part of the state and Las Vegas. In the northern mountains, a little bit of activity tonight, more for tomorrow. Breezy conditions out there as well. Tuesday, storm chances kind of fade away, and then we start to warm up, nearing 80 degrees in Santa Fe by Thursday. In the East Mountains, thunderstorm possible tonight, even one kind of tomorrow morning into the afternoon hours. But then after that, it's going to be nice and quiet. Same story here in the Duke City. Could see a little isolated storm here and there tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, we could see some, but as we get into the evening hours in Albuquerque, and definitely by Tuesday, it's going to be all said and done here, and we're going to warm up to the mid to upper 80s by Thursday and Friday with plenty of sunshine. So one more day of this weather, and then Tuesday's looking much better throughout the state.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Superheroes are